Hi, it's Dougie Wood, and in this video we're going to be talking to you about how to create "Are you sure" type pop-ups inside of your Canvas PowerApps. Now these can be really useful if you've got a button that you want the end user to actually confirm they're sure that they want to go ahead with the action before it will actually take that action. So let's take a look. So the first thing is I've just created a really simplistic, basic Canvas Power App, nothing complicated. The way I've actually done this is I've created it from a SharePoint list, so it's using a really simple data source. But that's what I'm not really that interested in right now. What I'm interested in is how we can create a pop-up type screen to appear when something's going to happen. So let me just simulate something for you. By playing this Canvas app, you can see by default there's a couple of actions here. I can search, I can filter, I can refresh and things like that. But say, for example, if I select a particular item, I can actually choose to delete it by clicking on this delete button here. Now that will automatically delete it. It's not giving me any confirmation to say, are you sure, or anything like that. It's just gone ahead and deleted it. Now what I want to do is build into my app a way of actually asking the user to confirm they're happy to go ahead with the deletion before it takes place. So there's a couple of different ways you could do this. You could do this by having some like a pop-up appear directly overlaid the page, but actually a more simpler option would to actually be to create a secondary page within your screens to actually have a confirmation. So the first thing I'm going to do is just create a new screen. So I can click on new, click on blank, and then I'm just going to call this page my "Are you sure" page. Are you sure screen. And this is where I'm just going to add in a couple of things. So the first thing I'm just going to do is insert a little bit of text. So add in a label, and I'm going to say, "Are you sure you wish to delete this item?" And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to insert a couple of buttons. So I'm going to click to add a couple of buttons like this. And let's just make those a little bit smaller. So actually, just to make sure they're the same size, copy and paste those. And I'm not going to make this look overly pretty or aligned in this. It's purely just functionally showing you how this works. I'm actually going to select this button, and I'm going to just double tap to enter the text and type in no. So actually, I'm going to say, no, I don't want to be able to delete this item. And on select of this, I just want to go back. So I'm just going to use the back feature here. Just close out those brackets. And that will then just take me back to the page I've just come from. Whereas if I do want to delete, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to this screen. So if I just go back to the browse, click on play, select the item. And if I come out of here, I've got an item now selected. If I click on this button here, this has everything I need now to actually delete an item. So I'm just going to highlight all of this, and I'm going to right click, and I'm going to cut this. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to replace this with a navigation. So I'm going to navigate to my newly created page. So this is my "Are you sure" screen. So you start typing that in. You click on full stop. Oops. And there we go, not full stop, close brackets. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to my "Are you sure" screen, and in here on this yes button, so I'm going to double click on this and say yes. On the on select, I'm just going to paste in this, and instead of going back to the item, what I'm going to do is I'm going to navigate to my browse screen. So this is basically my home screen of this app. Oops. Just close that out. Lost my mouse. Close that out, and there we go. So the last thing I'm now going to do is I'm actually just going to select this button, and I'm going to make this red. So all I need to do is select on that, select on the color, and I'm going to choose, maybe that's a bit too aggressive red. Click on that, and then I'm going to click on the yes one. I'm going to make this green. Again, not making this overly pretty, just selecting some colors. And then we should be good to go. So if I go back now to my home screen, I'm going to click on the play button. So this is now going to play my app. I'm going to select on example 1 item. I'm going to click on my delete this item button, which is now bouncing me to my are you sure you want to delete this screen. I'm going to say yes, and that's then deleted the item and it's returned me back to the home screen. And again, I'm just going to do this a couple more times so you can see that's then removing those items as I'm going through. I hope you found that video useful. You can use the same kind of logic for all sorts of different things. That was just an example of how you can use it when you're building out an out-of-the-box kind of Canvas app directly from a SharePoint list, and it doesn't have that confirmation screen automatically built in. So it's really simple, really easy to do. If you liked it, please do like this video. Leave me a comment if you've got any questions, and subscribe to the channel for more content about Microsoft Power Apps.